Good morning. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Come on in. I'm just opening a fresh paint. And I started doing this new thing where instead of taking off the whole lid, I just put a little hole in there. I'm giving you a hint of our part of our color palette. And it just keeps my paint a lot fresher that way. We're going to have some fun today. We're playing with the new stencils. The printable that went out. Let me just do a little bit of housekeeping and pull myself up on this other device, and then we can get started. I know it's not Monday. Tuesday always feels like a Monday to me because, hey Debbie, because we're closed on Mondays, so technically Tuesday is the beginning of my week. Let me just switch accounts, and I can get over there. There we go. There I am. Here, I've come to save the day. Sorry, a little silly in the morning. Come on in, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if my honey's going to be watching this morning. Tuesdays is always my day. Who was here for the new stencil release? So much fun. I absolutely was thrilled to be able to present you the new stencils. And I've been kind of playing with them behind the scenes in our membership group, and I gotta tell you, I'm really loving them a lot. There's our sweet Tracy. I think it's officially my time slot on Craft Round the Clock, so if you are new to me, welcome. I'm so glad you're joining me this morning. I'm Mara LaFay with Vintage Retail Therapy by Mara, owner, creator, and designer of Diva Design Stencil. Let me know in the comments if you received the free printable that went out on Sunday. Let me know. It was so cute. My husband designed it, and honestly, I think it looks like him. You always keep the whole tip seal inside the paint cap. Yes, I think so too, Debbie. I've been doing the same thing. Good morning, Teresa and Tamara. Good to see you here. You guys, we have 45 minutes, but I think it's plenty of time to get done what we need to do. I did a little bit of prep. So if you are new to me, first of all, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Please let me know that you're new so I can go back in if I don't see your comment. I'd love to welcome you. Go ahead and tap my nose, and if it gives you an opportunity to follow, please go ahead and do so. We'd really appreciate it. And if you can sprinkle this out and do all the things, smash the hearts, y'all know what to do. You're so good about that. Good morning, Robin. How are you? Good to see you this morning. Okay, so let's just talk about what we're doing today. We're going to start, good morning, Cindy, with 11 by 14 canvas board. I like to use canvas boards because they are ready to put into a frame. So on the chance that I do create something that I'd like to frame, which happens once in a while, right? It's just easy, and I don't have to search. 11 by 14 is a pretty standard size. I feel like it gives me enough room to add my paper and to add other things as well. Hey, Cecile, how are you? Welcome from Canada. Yes, so let me just show you our color palette today. We're going to be using Pen Dart Earthy Brown, Country Blue, which was in our last paint kit, by the way. We do still have a few available. And we're going to be adding, I have this in a smaller size, the eggshell. So this is our color palette today. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Tony. Glad good to see you. This was the free printable. I did cut him out, and this was blended onto a board, so I've already done some prep work. So good morning, Laura. I'm heading your way tomorrow with your order. Doesn't that look like my honey? I think he designed it to look like him. At first I was mad because I thought, you didn't make it a girl. I could have put a crown on her because I love putting crowns on everything. Hey Sue, good to see you here. So this is the free printable that went out on Sunday. If you're not signed up for our email, we give out a free printable the beginning of every month, and this was Sundays, and it was so adorable. Hey Sheila, good to see you here. If you put in the comments #website, one word with no spaces, you will get a direct link into your Facebook Messenger, and you can go ahead and just check it out afterwards. On the beginning and the front on the landing page, there is a place there that says subscribe. So if you missed last month's and the previous month's printables, you can go ahead and subscribe so you're sure that you're not going to miss the next ones. Hey Debbie, good to see you here. Hey Pat. Hi, Linda Miller. So I know a lot of you, thank you so much for sprinkling, Debbie. I do forget to ask sometimes, so I appreciate that. A lot of you said you did receive it and printed it out. You can print as many as you want. The only thing you can't do is obviously resell them. The bunny's adorable. Yeah, so we're going to do something with him today, and we're going to be using the new stencils. This was blended it. I did cut him out, and let's just go ahead and get started. And I think I've chosen, hey, oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. Hi, Joy. I think we're going to go with, I almost said Hollywood and Vine because it's called Lattice and Vine, but I almost named it Hollywood and Vine. Salve, Molly. So we're going to go ahead and start at this top, and we're going to go in with our first color, which is the earthy brown. And let's do this. Offload a little bit. And you know what I need to do? I really should take this down because I'm going to be moving it around. So I want to make sure that it doesn't shift on me. Okay, so when I paint over decoupage paper, I don't typically tape off where the paper is. I just stencil around it. And it's pretty easy to do. Offload. And we're going to start with this brown. I did top coat my board because we are going to be using some transfers, and sometimes it takes a little bit more paint when you're working on a top coated surface. I'm going to put it this way, just so I don't have to stretch. Thank you, Molly. It may take me a minute, so I really need to work fast. I did print it onto rice paper. Yes, I always print my printables onto rice paper, because I love rice paper. I'm kind of a paper snob. I'm a brush snob too, to be honest with you. I really am. Hey, Patricia. Thank you for joining me. I'm probably using too much paint, but I am going on a top-coated surface, and I am trying to hurry. But I think it'll be just fine. We don't sweat the small stuff about around here. Hey, Karen. Shout out to my home and lifestyle ladies. I tell you what, we have the best membership group. My ladies show up all the time. Thank you, Patty. It's quite a bit bulbous today. I had it down yesterday and it was a bit frizzy, so I decided to put it up, but it just made a big old blob on top of my head. Yes, I'm getting ready to go see my mom tomorrow. I'm so excited. Those of you that are new, I fractured my foot, so you've not had any luck using rice paper in your printer. Only print one at a time. You may want to, first of all, you have to use a good quality paper. If your paper is too thin, if you're using too thin of a rice paper, it's going to jam up your machine. So I would say the first tip would be to use a good quality rice paper, a little bit thicker. There are thicker mills of rice paper, in case you didn't know that. So you just may be using a thin rice paper, which is maybe why you're having a hard time. So maybe try, I'm going to need more paint. Try a thicker mill. Hey, Pam. Pam, you have to check out our video from yesterday in group. We started a new project and it was so fun. Pam just joined our membership group, and we missed a good one yesterday. We're doing a bottle, but we're doing a floral soldered top where we're taking 8 crystals and just creating a flower on the top. It's going to be beautiful. Hey, Lene. Probably, Patty, let me see. Today is Thursday. Thursday's going to be part 2. feels like I should have gotten some of this done sooner. I know those dang jobs. I hear ya. I hear ya. I'm okay if I don't have the same intensity of color all the way throughout, because this is just going to be a shadow, and I knew I should have done this. I'm hoping I can get to the transfer part. I want to sit and chat with you guys, but I've got to get this finished. Maybe if I just do this, I can hurry up, and then I can just layer it in again. Let's do that. You put a piece of paper. Well, and that was the other suggestion. I'm sorry, I rabbit trailed. You could also get some repositionable spray and spray your rice paper on top of another paper and then feed it through. That's it. Thank you for reminding me, Molly, that I was talking about that. Ay, ay, ay. Sometimes I'll put my finger over the edge of the paper so that I don't color the paper, but I have at times. It happens. It happens. All right, we're going to put some transfers on this. Here's where it's going to get a little tricky. Probably should use a thinner brush. All right, let's move that. And I am going to tape it because shift happens. Hey Denise, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for sprinkling. Yeah, we had a good session yesterday. Our bottle, I think, is going to be fabulous. It's been a while since we've done one. We just finished one on the main page, and that one was pretty fun. More paint. This is sucking up my paint, boy. Did everybody have a good weekend? Is your weather finally warming up where you're at? I know we had a little bit, and I say cold spell, I use that term loosely, because we are in San Diego County, so Southern California doesn't ever really get cold, but it gets like California cold. Isn't this a great stencil? Hattie, I gotta tell you, it really, and I'm not just saying that, and I feel like I say that a lot, but I feel like it's so versatile that it really could kind of fit into anything. It works great even on a smaller scale project. I used it on the back of a canvas board. Oh, it's right here. I used it on the back of a canvas board, and it really made a nice backdrop for my mold. So sometimes canvas boards can be a little bit thirsty, so they will suck up a little bit more of your paint. And then we've got to do this again in a lighter color, and then add our highlights and add our transfers, but it'll go fast. It will go fast. All right. Is it warm where you are? Thank you. Thank you, Sheila. That's so sweet of you to say. Who's got spring hopping by your house? It's beautiful. Yesterday it was here, it was in the 70s here. But that's typical. That our average temps are in the 70s year round. That's one of the beauties of being in San Diego. If you're ever in the area, you must stop by. We have a brick and mortar here in Fallbrook. And a lot of our customers call it the candy shop. Is Rich here? Yeah, it totally works on a smaller scale. I'm not sure who said that, but it totally does. Yeah, this canvas is only like 4 by 5, and look at it in the background. Look at how pretty that is. Is there a certain printer for rice paper that's better? You know, I don't really think there's any particular kind of printer that's better for rice paper, but that's a good question. I think it's more so the quality of the rice paper. You don't want to use a rice paper that's too thin. They have different, very much like decoupage paper, has different weights of paper. Louise was here in September. We had our workshop. And we're going to do another one again in September. So there's different mills of rice paper. All right, so that's our first layer. Let's get this dry. 38. That's chilly. Thank you, Tony. Most of our business is online. I would say probably 90% of our business. We have a really small town here. I've nicknamed it Mayberry because that's kind of what it reminds me of. Molly had snow yesterday. Ooh, yikes. I really feel like I'm praying that you guys get spring soon. My freesia started popping up. And for me, oh, it's going to snow next Wednesday in Wichita. I was worried about, I had a dream about that, walking over there, because I just I fractured my foot, and then I re-injured my foot because I stepped on an uneven surface and my foot kind of got all hanky-janky. And we're heading, there's 15 of us from our membership group that are heading to Wichita. My friend has an art studio there. So we're going, we're taking a couple of classes, so I'm going with a group. And I was worried about the snow. Like, I don't have snow boots. I may have to rethink my feet situation. Isn't this pretty? Look at that. So that's our first layer. And I chose this because I feel like, to me, it kind of gives me that feeling of being in a garden. Freesia is amazing. You're in the 80s. Oh, that's wonderful. It's too early for you there? Hi, Josie. Josie is one of our retailers in, not Arizona. Yes, Arizona. In Arizona. Josie, feel free to put your link in if you have the stencil. Okay, so now we're ready for layer number 2. Apparently so, Denise. Denise is heading to Wichita, and Barbara and Laura and a bunch of us. Last year when we went, this is my third year going with a group. When we went last year, it wasn't, I don't believe it was snowing, but it was cold. It was definitely cold. Let me see, I think I had it this way. I don't think it matters, to be honest with you. No, all right, so I'm going to place my stencil right where I had it before. Let me get my camera down just a little bit. Let's see if I can move that down. There we go. I had my camera, I placed my stencil right where I had it earlier, and then I shift over slightly and up. So you can either go to the right, to the left, or straight up. All right, now we're going to go in with our country blue, which I already have in a palette knife. Let's do this. You want to make sure that that first layer is dry. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're doing good. You'll need a full shoe for sure. Thank you, Robbie, for sprinkling. For sure you'll need a full shoe. Yeah, I'm rethinking. I only have sneakers that fit my feet because of my fracture. My foot is still... So the fracture is healed, but apparently it takes a while for the soft tissue to heal. So like the tendons and the ligaments, like it's no joke. It is no joke. It hurts. I mean, every day, every step, you feel it. But it is getting better. And I'm exercising it. I'm doing the foot exercises, even though it hurts. So I'm doing my part, waiting for God to do his part, because this needs to go away soon. This needs to go away soon. I think I'm going over his ear. I need to pay attention. Yes, I am going over his ear. I need to pay attention. Oh, please. Oh, please. I think that's his face there. Hold on. Yep, that's his face. Okay, let me turn this around so that I can get to it easier. So this is Country Blue over Earthy Brown. I love this Country Blue. It is actually one of my favorite colors. And wait until you see this mixed with the Earthy Brown mixed with the eggshell. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. Get some fluffy boots on Amazon. Oh, I know. Well, I'm heading to Vegas tomorrow, so I may just have to buy them and send them there. I'm going to try and see what I have. I probably should have boots if there's going to be snow, but dang, it's going to take up so much more room in my suitcase. Well, no, not if I wear them. I guess I'll have to wear the same shoes. How do I figure out how to get paint on me? I guess I'll have to wear the same shoes. So I don't want to stencil over his face, poor guy. Okay. I need to get in here. Oh, there's something there. Let me look. Okay. I'm good. I'm good here. Okay. That's a good idea. Now I gotta repack my suitcase, but that is a good idea. Okay, so we're gonna get this dry, and then we're gonna put in just pops of color. So here we're gonna go in with our eggshell. I'm just gonna, it's gonna look like it has the measles. A pinky swear promise. It's kind of fun. Oh, that's still wet right there. can't really see it. It's really, really subtle. And I'm almost wondering if I should do white instead. I think I am going to do white instead. Thank you, Shauna. Let's do white instead. Change my mind. Big surprise. I really want this color to pop. So let's try that. We'll do that again. Do over. Clean up in aisle 1. I don't know. I feel like we should have bunny mirror, right? I don't know. We'll have to talk to hubby about that. And I gotta speed it up. Gotta go zippity quick. That white, I think, is going to pop on my paper a lot better. You guys, if you've never added more than one color to your stencils, I would love for you to try it. Really, I do this to my ladies in group all the time. I challenge them to do something different that they've never done before. So I'm giving you guys that same challenge. And then I'd love to see it. So next week, next Tuesday, I'm trying to think, will I be here next Tuesday? No, I won't be on next Tuesday, but I am going to announce the winner. So we have, on Saturdays, we've been posting, post your projects using the Diva Design Stencil. And we're gonna pick a winner and you're gonna get a prize. So how fun is that? All right, let's move. Yeah, the white is much better. Much, much better. Look at that. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep moving. Let's get this dry. You can find all the colors on our website, as well as the transfer that we're using. Hashtag website, one word, no spaces, will get you a direct link into your Facebook Messenger. And you can go and check out the link whenever you get a minute. No rush. It's nice because it just kind of stays there. Make sure you subscribe though, because you want to make sure you get next month's printable. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but hopefully, I don't know, is it going to be, can we still do bunnies next month, or is bunny season kind of going to be over by then? We'll see, but I have so much on my plate. Between teaching on the main page, creating content, being in our membership group twice a week, that I've left that up to Rich. So he's been the one who's been creating all the printables, and I gotta say, he's doing a much better job than I ever could, and he's having a good time doing it. He also has a degree in design background, so he's kind of a handy guy to have around. The white brings out the white on the bunnies, yes. And you know, I probably could keep it up all year. I think it would depend on the frame. But I've got my good brushes packed. So we are trying to see if I missed a spot anywhere. I think I'm good. I might need a little bit more of that country blue. It is such a great blue. It's almost like a duck egg blue. has a little bit more of a punch. So it was between this one and this one. This is olive tree green. You can see this one was a little bit more green. You have a great one with a bunny reclining in a chair near a fireplace. Right? Isn't he doing such a good job? I gotta tell you. We have our 30th anniversary this year. And keep them around. Now you need to go back and shadow the, oh, do it, Josie. These are not the new ones. So far, the new ones that I'm trying, yes, I have been liking them, Patty. Thank you for asking. I have them packed up in my suitcase already, so I didn't want to unpack them, and then I'd have to wash them, and they may not be ready for me to take. So, but I do like them so far. I'm gonna use them probably a couple more times, and then decide. I just want to see how they wear a little bit. My main thing is I don't like when my brushes get all fanned out. That's like my pet peeve. And I'm hard. I'm super hard. And I'm a bit of a brush snob, like Josie. I am a bit of a brush snob. So I like a good quality brush that's not going to lose the bristles. That doesn't get all like hanky-janky after using it 5 or 6 times. So stay tuned. Oh, that looks good. All right, we have just this little section. Just got to make sure this is dry so I don't smear it. Okay, let's do our last little section and then we'll get to our transfers. Let's get our blue. Where's my blue brush? Here it is. I need more paint. Okay, that should be enough. Probably more than what I need. But that's okay. Thank you, Josie. I have to come visit you, Josie. It's been so long since we were together. I can't even tell you how many years it's been. When did we take our trip? Did we took our trip like 5 years ago? Or was it long? Probably longer than that now, huh? I would love to recreate that trip, but just a little differently, if you know what I mean. I'm dying to go back to Paris. I am taking a trip in a few months that I'm really excited about. My sister and I have never been on a trip together, and I've never been on a cruise before because I'm a little scared of those big boats. Really am. I'm not gonna lie, they kind of scare me. I don't like heights. So to see those massive things, and I think, oh my gosh, how do those things just not topple over? That's right, Debbie. But I am taking a cruise. We are going to Greece. My sister and I are going to Greece. We're taking a cruise from Italy. We're doing Mykonos and Santorini. And then from there, we're actually going, we're taking the boat in Rome. So we're going to go 4 days earlier, and we're going to spend some time in Milan. And she's already looked up all the high-end resale boutiques and beach shops. So we're going to do a little bit of shopping in Milan before we get on the boat. Does this one have a shadow? Yes, it does. All right. You're doing one in the fall. Yeah, I know we talked about that. Yeah, this will be my first one. I hope I like it. I really do. I really do. This is the part where you just don't overthink it. It looks, like I said, it looks like a spotted mess, but it adds just that right little touch where it gives it almost like a worn look. Okay. Let me show you this up close. Look at that. Is that not fun? Look how fun that is. Let's dry that and get to our next step. Oh no, hey Robin. Robin's one of our retailers in Georgia. I'm sorry, one of our affiliates in Georgia. And you are free to put your affiliate link there too. Is Royce here? Hey Beth, how are you? All right. Let's dry this really good. Oh my gosh, you're going in September. Does that mean you're going to miss our workshop this year? Susie? You better not, sister. Although I'll forgive you if you're going to Greece. All right, so I was thinking the Lost Garden transfer would be perfect here. And I really love this page here. Love this. Love this page here. But I don't think I want to cover all of it. And truth be told, I'm not exactly sure how much of this I'm going to use. So let's just start cutting some. And let's just see what we got. I think this, that might be down. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Let's cut this off right there. Let's see. All right. Well, that's going on his head. So let's cut this out. And maybe add that back somewhere else. Let's see. It's hard to tell. It is hard to tell when all right, this is gonna, I think I'm gonna move this over a little bit. Let's see, I need to cut out a little bit more. Because I don't want to put that over his ear. I want it just right there. And I don't think I want those grape leaves on him either. I mean, how annoying would that be to have berries hanging on your face? So let's cut that out. And let's cut this out. We're going to call him Rich. Richie Rabbit. Hey, Denise. Yes, and then I have this piece here. Let's just take that off. And maybe put that somewhere else. All right, let's do this. So this is Lost Garden. It kind of lends itself to that whole garden wild theme. Typically, transfers have to go over a top-coated surface. Now, I did use paint on my top-coated surface, but I'm hoping that it should be okay. Give my fingers a little workout here. Thank you so much for sprinkling, Anna. You guys, if you wouldn't mind sprinkling this out, I would really appreciate it. And please make sure you're following us. Please, please, please. We've been doing stencils for a few years now. I want to say about 6 years, and I don't know why it never dawned on me to do a separate page just for stencils. I don't know, I'm a knucklehead, I suppose. I think this is going to be a really pretty addition to the top. I thought about doing a mold. Thank you, Linda. Whoop. Okay. Okay, that's going to look good. So if you missed a spot, you can just lay it back down and give it another rub-a-dub-dub. They're probably one of the easiest things to use. What I love the most about transfers is that it gives you a hand-painted look, and it makes you look like you know what you're doing. You don't have to. You could be like me and just kind of wing everything. But it really gives you that hand-painted look. We have 5 more minutes. The stencil makes it look like the wallpaper in the background. Isn't that gorgeous? I don't know that we have time to put more on there, but we have 5 minutes, so let's see. I like this piece kind of going up here. Let's cut this off. So this is Lost Garden. And you can find all of these on our website, and I'll do a little recap. We started with the free pinnable that my husband made for us, went out on Sunday's email on an 11 by 14 canvas board. We used the Lattice and Vine stencil with PentArt's Earthy Brown as our shadow, Country Blue as our secondary color, and just pops of white on top of that, and then little pieces of this Lost Garden. I think it's Lost Garden. Yes, Lost Garden. So there's 8 sheets in this transfer. So there's a lot of, whoops, I don't have the backing. There's a lot of woodsy goodness. Am I close to, you know what, I don't know, Beth. I'm in San Diego County. But I know you get up to California once in a while. If anybody, if you're ever up this way, please let me know. I would love to meet up. I wouldn't even mind driving part way, Beth, if you come. Let me know. Or if you're ever in Vegas, I'm there probably every 6 weeks or so to see my mama. I can't wait to smooch on her. It's been so long. Doesn't it look like a trellis? That's kind of what I was going for. You can find all of these on our website. Hashtag website, one word, no spaces. We'll get you a direct link. You can find the paints there, the transfers there, all the goodies. Everything is in categories. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to our newbies. Oh, look how fun that is. Look at how fun that is. We have 3 more minutes. Let's see if maybe we can add a little something extra. What about these little berries? Maybe we can have these berries kind of hanging off of here. Let's cut this stem off. And connect it right there. Right there. Easy peasy, you guys. We got this done in 45 minutes. The Lattice and Vine stencil is so versatile. I really could see it being used in so many different ways. if you're not part of the Craft Round the Clock group and you want to be, it is 24/7, pretty much crafting. Make sure you head over there. There's a full day of presenters. I typically watch replays at night. Oh, Josie, I would love to see you. Wednesdays are good days for me because I don't have any lives on Wednesdays. All right, do we have room for more? More, you say? No, I think that's about it. I think there's one more thing I want to do. I want to edge my design a little bit in black. I'm just taking my stamp pad and just going around the edges there. Kind of finishing it off just a bit. And if I frame this, you won't see it, but that's okay. Oh no, it's there. My daughter's working from home today. She's sending me messages. She's so funny. She's an early bird. She's usually at the gym by 8 o'clock, by 7 sometimes, for her Pilates class. So she sends me messages, all kinds of stuff, food, about cortisol, all kinds of stuff. 6 a.m. the messages start. All right, I think that's good. Hey, Terry. Okay. Let me get you up close. And you can see lattice and vine with our free printable and the Lost Garden transfer. And easy peasy, you guys. My time is officially up. Thank you so much for joining me. I will not be live next Tuesday. That's typically my time slot here. I will actually be on my way to Wichita with my private group ladies. But thank you so much for joining me. If you could maybe just watch a replay, or I don't know, maybe I'll put up some, I don't know, we'll see what happens, but I will see you soon. Make sure on Saturday's post you submit your pictures of your projects with Diva Design stencils, okay? Bye ladies, ciao for now.